Hey guys, welcome back. I am going to show you, allow me to just move myself a little bit here. I'm going to show you an overview of how to set up a trade copier. Now, this works really well if you have an Apex account because they give you a NinjaTrader license for free, as long as you have some kind of account with them. I don't know if Elite Trader Funding does that or not. But it's worth picking up just an eval to get the free license. You could buy it outright too. It's a one-time fee for a license for NinjaTrader 8 and just be good and just use that. That's fine too. But Apex does provide it for free. They have an FAQ on their site for how to download your free license key, and then you can go to NinjaTrader. Actually, it'll walk us through it. So I'm going to walk through this guide. I wrote this guide. I'll walk through it a little bit, and I'll show you some stuff. I'm not going to show you everything step by step, but this guide will be linked in the description if you want to open it and follow it yourself, or you can follow a little bit kind of in this video. So what I use is Replikanto and NinjaTrader 8. There's also a link in the description and in this guide to get Replikanto. Or Replikanto, however you want to say it. I say Replikanto. But anyways, I do have a code for it if you want a discount. Otherwise, you can pay full price too. I don't care. Either way, just letting you know it's there. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to ninjatrader.com and enter your email address and sign up. Apex does provide a NinjaTrader 8 license for free. I don't know if other prop firms do this, but go on their FAQ and grab your license key. So when you sign up on ninjatrader.com, you'll have to confirm your email address. Pretty straightforward. Create a username and password. I use my TradingView credentials that Apex gave me to log into TradingView. So I have the same login to log into NinjaTrader. That way I don't get anything confused. I just use the same stuff. So you can do that too. Then you'll get to this screen. You'll have a little pop-up here. You don't want to click anything because you don't want to go to the web trading page. You don't want that. Just click the X and that'll take you to like your account. You go to settings in the upper right corner, click on settings, click on import license key. And now that is ready and waiting for your license key. So you'd log into your Apex and click on NinjaTrader 8 key and setup at the bottom. They actually have a spot for it here, not an FAQ. They did add this with their new site. So you click on that. It's you can use the key for TradingView or Rhythmic. I'm pretty sure it doesn't really matter. You can connect TradingView and Rhythmic accounts to Replikanto as well. So through NinjaTrader. So if you have either one, this will work. So you copy that, you pasted it into the field back on NinjaTrader, and that'll import the key to NinjaTrader saying, I have a key, let me download the program. So you'll see it'll pop up after you put in the key that you can download it. Once it's downloaded, you'll want to run it and install it. And then you'll want to open it up. You enter in the username and password you created earlier, which, like I said, for me was just my TradingView login, so I have it readily available. So NinjaTrader will start up and it'll look like this. You'll have a control center, which is kind of your main menu, if you will. It'll list all the accounts that you have connected, which will probably just say SIM account because you don't have any connected accounts right now. And it usually does not automatically give you a chart. It'll just be this. Just this control center. What you'll want to do is click on Tools at the top, then click on Options, General, and under Preferences, find Skin, and turn it to dark. Dark mode for the win. I'm going to bring my control center over really quick. They are going to be account numbers will be blocked out and stuff, so... But you'll go to up here, you go to Tools, go down to Options, was it? And then go to General, under Preferences, scroll down until you find Skin, and change it to dark mode. I'm just doing you a favor. You're going to want dark mode. So then, also under Preferences, you'll find Multi-Provider. Tick that box. That's just so you can connect more than one provider. You'll want to do that. So Options, General, Preferences, Multi-Providers right here. Tick the box. You're good to go. So now you'll click on Connections and click on Configure down at the very bottom. That'll bring up this big confusing image. So for Tradevate users, you'll want to click on NinjaTrader under the Available Connections. You just click it to highlight it. And then at the window below that, you can click the Add button. That will add, it'll like move it down to there. Then on the right, you can edit all of the criteria in there. So connection name, what you'll want to call it, like let's say we're setting up your Apex accounts right now, call it Apex accounts or something, just call it Apex. So I have mine are labeled Apex accounts and Elite accounts, just so I can keep them separate. But you want to name it something specific like that, not just my NinjaTrader. Give it a name like Apex accounts, enter in the Tradevate credentials, connect on startup. So every time you start up NinjaTrader, it'll automatically connect for you. And then make sure the account type is simulation. Again, evals and funded accounts, at least in the beginning, are all sim accounts. They're not real. If you get really good, they'll move you to a live account. But otherwise, you're actually just trading demo money, and they're paying you out on it. So enter in the credentials there, and then click on Apply, click on Apply and click OK. For Rhythmic, you'll choose Rhythmic for NinjaTrader. Click the Add button. Enter in all your good stuff there. Make sure to uncheck Ask for Password on Connect, and Connect on Startup is checked. That way it just automatically connects you when you open up NinjaTrader every day. So if you need to, pause the video and take a look at that image. But yeah, that's for either of you, Tradevates or Rhythmics. It does say in the image, leave unchecked. My only change here is I check it because I don't want to have to click connect every time I connect in the morning. And that's it. So once you do that, then this control center will populate with all of your accounts. Sweet. Step one done, and took 19 steps to get there. Okay. Setting up Replikanto is a little bit different. So first you'll want to go to the Flowbots Replikanto page. Again, there's a link that is an affiliate and not an affiliate. I appreciate it if you use the affiliate link. You do get 20% off. This Replikanto is not free, but it is not expensive either, and it is highly worth it. And I'll go through and show you what it looks like, because there's a lot of cool features in Replikanto that allow you to copy to all of your evals, fundeds, personal accounts, multiple providers, all of it all at once. And it's good. So first you're going to need to go to the site. You'll select to buy a single lifetime license. You're going to need the machine ID for that single ID. You get that from NinjaTrader. I'll show you on my control panel as well. First, you'll go to the control center and click on Help Third-Party Licensing. So Help Third-Party Licensing. And you're going to type vendor name is Flowbots right here. It has to be one word, and those have to be capitalized. Exactly like that. If you want to, just copy and paste that. It has to be capital F, Flow, capital B, Bots, no spaces. And then in the user-defined ID, put something specific to you. I put Lux Capital PC because this ID is for my PC. Then it'll create a random string of numbers in this field down here, which is currently grayed out. It'll create a random thing right here, and you copy and paste that. Then back on Replikanto's site, you'll put it in the field. It'll ask you, it'll have a field for you to put the machine ID in there. So you'll put that in there, press submit, and that'll allow you to purchase a single license of Replikanto. The next page will have a download. So you'll download it. I think it's just a zip file. So leave the zip file where it is or whatever. You don't have to like open it or anything. We're just going to import that right into NinjaTrader. So in your control panel on NinjaTrader, or control center, I keep calling it control panel, but in your control center, you'll click on Tools, Import NinjaTrader Script Add-on, and then you'll go select that, that zip file. There'll be some confirmation pop-ups. Click yes or okay to all of them. NinjaTrader will need to restart. It might close on its own. I don't think it restarts on its own, but just open it back up, log back in. Once that's, excuse me, once that's installed, once you open it back up, it's just going to look like this again. You'll just have your control center, but you can go to new now. You can click new. Flowbots will be at the bottom, and Replikanto, and it'll open up a Replikanto window. Replikanto window looks like this. We'll move that out of the way. So this is the Replikanto window. You'll have whatever instrument you're going to want to trade, the leader account, the method of copying, and then all of your follower accounts, and a bunch of different things that'll change, and I'll go over in a second. So you'll want to select your instrument, and you'll want to make sure your chart that you're trading matches that instrument. If you need a chart, so I like to, you know what, I'll show you how to connect it to TradingView, because I do all my charting in TradingView. So you'll select your instrument, you'll select your leader account. It can be any one of the accounts. I like to pick the one with the greatest drawdown buffer. That way, if any follower account hits, I should say this, if your leader account hits the trailing drawdown, it'll close the order for all the accounts. If a follower account hits the trading drawdown, only the orders for that follower account get closed, and the rest of your orders stay. So I like to pick the leader account as the one with the most drawdown, so that it doesn't inadvertently close the order for all the accounts. Hopefully that makes sense. You want to select your method for copying. You'll probably want to start off with just using exact quantity, which is the default. That basically means however many contracts you enter in for an order, that many contracts will be duplicated to all the other accounts. You enter in 5 micros on your leader account, each follower account gets 5 micros. So it's exactly the same across the board. You can click on these green lights next to each account to turn them on and off, whether they'll be copied to or not. We're not going to talk about ATMs much. You can set up ATM strategies with this, which is nice. We'll talk about that at the end of the article. You can look at that at the end of the article too, if you want. So then to set this up with TradingView, what you'll want to do is go to TradingView, open the trading panel, and you just log into TradeAvate with your TradeAvate connection. So the way you'll want to set it up is in TradingView, log in and select one of those Apex accounts, right? It's a TradeAvate account. Select that one. Whatever that one is should be your leader account in Replikanto. And Replikanto. Apparently it's Leprechaun Day. I don't know. So the leaders you want to match them across so that whatever you execute on the account in TradingView is relayed to TradeAvate, which Replikanto, well, NinjaTrader picks it up technically, and then Replikanto picks it up. That's the leader account, and it copies everything to your follower accounts. Sounds more overwhelming than it is, but just make sure the accounts all match. You can now place orders in TradingView, and they'll be relayed to NinjaTrader and copied to Replikanto. Yep. So you just got to make sure that NinjaTrader and Replikanto are open and running on your PC. Also, this only works for PC, not Mac. Sorry, guys. Get a better computer, I guess. You want to make sure they're up and running at all times. You can log into TradingView with your mobile device, tablet or phone or whatever, and trade in TradingView, and Ninja and Replikanto will still pick it up as long as they're open and running somewhere on a computer somewhere. All right. Or you can make orders and modify orders in TradingView. You can create them, you can move them around, you can adjust the quantities, everything like that. I suggest opening a chart in NinjaTrader just to keep an eye on things, because the actual executions will show up there too. And you'll have like the, where you can like drag and move it and adjust it. But just to keep an eye on it, I like to have a chart open as well. This is so you just can view and manage things just in case. I do recommend setting your instrument as a micro, and then do a few practice trades like during Asia session where price doesn't move very much. Just do one micro and make sure it copies to all the accounts appropriately. You can test out how laggy it is, which it's like milliseconds, as long as Apex isn't delayed or Elite's not delayed or something like that. Every so often Trade Apex or Elite will have a little server delay here or there. If it's like a news day or something like that, really high activity day, you might get some delay. But for the most part, Replikanto does not add any additional delay, which is really great. I don't know what they did, but it's instantaneous. So you don't have to worry about anything like that. But I highly recommend testing it out in a slow moving minimal market just to make sure that everything's working. Mess around with a couple of things. Worst case, you're down $5 or $10 on the accounts, and that's not a big deal. So I highly recommend also to hit the big flatten all button after each trade, whether it's hitting your stop loss or hitting your final take profit. That's just to make sure it cancels out any other orders that you might have on screen that you can't see anymore or forgot about or whatever. You just hit the big old flatten all button right here. Every time you are supposed to be fully out of a trade. Don't hit it for scaling. If you're scaling your position out, don't hit this. But when you're done with a trade, whether you win or you lose, click flatten all just to make sure that everything is closed out. All right, so copying methods available with Replikanto. Again, most of the time you're going to use exact quantity. It's just simple. You don't need to get into all the complicated stuff. So that's what I recommend. Equal quantity, I have never used, probably never will. What this does is you enter in, whatever quantity of contracts you enter in the trade. Say you enter in a trade on 5 micros, okay? Your leader account will get 5 micros. And then 5 micros get split up equally to all of your followers. And it just gets confusing. Like, how does that work if you have more than 5 followers? Or how does it work if you have less than 5? So I don't really use equal. It just takes you enter on your leader account with whatever you enter on, but then the follower accounts get those contracts evenly distributed. I think you can do it by percentage or something. It's probably more for like Forex stuff where the lot sizes are like microscopic, you know what I mean? We don't use available cash or net liquidation or PCT change. Ratio I use a lot. So sometimes I have 25K accounts. Sometimes I have 50K accounts. Sometimes I have 100K accounts or whatever it may be. If my leader, if my leader is a 25K account and I just want to enter on one mini for that account, but I also have a 50K account and I want to enter 2 minis. So you can set this up so that, like here in the image, where each account is just 1-to-1. You enter 1 mini on your leader account and all your followers get 1 mini. But then you have like a 50K account that wants 2 minis, so you enter 2-to-1. This works for micros too. If you were to enter on a leader account on 5 micros, all of the 1-to-1s will get 5 micros. The 2-to-1 will get 10 micros. And you can do half percentages, or numbers. You can do 1.25, you can do 3, 4, 5, 10 to 1 if you want to. So you can just kind of adjust this, you know, maybe all your fresh accounts get 1-to-1s, your bigger accounts get 2-to-1s, and then there's a couple accounts that have some drawdown that, you know, you gotta do lower risk on that one. So you can do like a 0.5, just because you're a little bit in drawdown, so you don't want to risk too much, right? So you can adjust that and play with that. I use ratio a lot, or I just use exact quantity. You can also use pre-allocation, which is pretty straightforward. Whatever you're trading, say you're on micros, you would enter in a trade for, say, 5 micros. Your leader account will get 5 micros, but then your follower accounts will only get whatever you determine. And you'll type in a number right here, just like you type in a number for the ratio. Goodness. I'm talking too much, you guys. Okay. So you'd have a 5 here and a 5 here and a 5 here and a 10 there and a 7 there. You know what I mean? So it just predefines what each account gets, and it can be different from the leader. So all in all, at pre-allocation, ratio, and exact quantity are probably the ones you're really going to use. Kind of just recommend exact quantity just so whatever you trade gets copied over the same way every time. Just make things easier. I'm going to read this because this goes over scaling and ATMs. So NinjaTrader, I have found, isn't very friendly when it comes to scaling out of a position. I haven't found a really good way to do it. If you like to scale out and take partials, ATM strategies are not for you. If you do scale, keep reading. So ATM strategy setup is sort of complicated to explain how via a document. I can show you. I recommend watching this 2-minute video, which I linked here, to get an idea of how to do it. Blah, blah, blah. If you do set one up, clicking the ATM copy green triangle in Replikanto will copy that ATM strategy over to all of your follower accounts. Pretty straightforward. So what I mean by that is, nope, I need a chart. Okay, so on each chart, you'll have to click, hang on. Is that still on screen? No. Okay, so the top, this is huge. Let me just do this. There we go. So the top of the chart, you have all these icons. This one is not the right one. This one, it says Chart Trader. You'll click it and you turn Chart Trader on. So then over on the right, you'll have a way to trade this chart. You'll have all your buy and sell, what instrument you're on, which is default up here anyway, which account, which will be your leader account, what ATM strategy you want to use, order quantity. So with ATM strategies, you can set up, like, if you hit market buy, it'll automatically, well, it'll get you in the trade, but it'll automatically place a stop loss and a take profit. You can't do that on, you can't really do that on TradingView. What happens is it just, say, like in TradingView, you do one of these, you know, and you do like create order, and you create your order. What it'll do is it'll create your limit or market order, create a limit, and create a limit. There's no ATM strategy. So if you hit your stop loss, this order, basically an ATM, all the orders are like linked together. So if you get stopped out, your take profit disappears. It's not needed anymore. If you get take profit, your stop loss order disappears. It's not needed anymore. You've won, you're out of the trade, right? When you execute that through TradingView, that doesn't translate to NinjaTrader. It just places 3 limit orders. So if you lose, you have to manually close that take profit order that's still going to be up here. Or if you win, your stop loss order is still going to be active down here, and you have to close it manually. That's why I say hit the flatten all, just to make sure everything's flattened every time. But you can, if you want, what I do is I'll move my chart over a little bit, and then I'll put this, I'm trying to make this look normal on like the stream screen, but I'll put this off to the side so that when I'm, doing whatever I'm doing, and then I'll just hit this button, it'll hop to the chart and it'll enter me into the trade, and it'll use my ATM strategy. So I don't have to like flip between the two really. It's just like right here off to the side, ready to go. I like to use ATMs because I like the orders to disappear when I'm done, right? And I also set up ATM strategies to automatically move my stop loss to break even. So look that up on YouTube if you want to learn how to make ATM strategies. It just means it places all the orders at the same time. If you don't do that, what you'll have to do is, like you can frame out your position like this with one of these position tools in TradingView, but then you're going to want to like click the plus button and market's closed. Click the plus button and then click buy limit. That'll place your buy limit. Then you come down here and you click sell stop. That'll place that. Then you come up here and you'll place which would be a sell limit when you're above price for your take profit. So you have to set all three of them manually, which is fine. You can usually get it done pretty quick, or you can right click and do create order and place them all three at the same time. That way they're just not linked. So just remember that. They're only linked together if you use an ATM strategy and click the button in NinjaTrader. But yeah, ATM is super handy. Just look up how to set that up on YouTube. There's already so many videos about it. I don't need to make another one. But yeah, I mean, with that said, you're all like linked and ready to go. If you need to add more accounts, you just go to the control center and click on connections, configure, NinjaTrader, and then type in the credentials for the other account, like your elite accounts, and then those will show up in the list as well. So if you have any questions about that and setting up or the copier or anything in regards to it at all, feel free to leave a comment. You'll probably get a better response if you join the Discord real quick and ask a question. You can stick around in the Discord if you want to, but just pop into the Discord and ask questions. By all means, it's just kind of an open community. So the links for anything I've talked about in this video will be in the description, including this guide. Let me talk about cross order really quick, just because it's here. Cross order toggles whether you're trading mini or micro. So if your main instrument is micros, and you're on a 25K account, but you have a 100K account and you want to just do minis instead, just hit the square. It'll turn green. That'll say NQ instead of MNQ. So now whatever you enter in on your leader account will be copied over exactly, but with minis instead. So just be careful, because like if you enter in 5 micros on this account, it will enter you in 5 minis on the other account. So that's probably more if you're doing like 1 micro, 1 mini. You can do pre-allocation, so you can set up, if you're on MNQ, you want to do 5 micros for all your 25s, and you want to do 1 mini for your 100K account, and you can do pre-allocation. Select micros here, toggle the box for NQ here, and then type in 1, and the rest will say 5. So you can set it up that. Again, just let me know if you have any questions about how to set stuff up. I'd be happy to help. And this is the only error that I've seen so far happen. If you see any errors, let me know, or reach out to NinjaTrader support. They're really good. They have a huge support section with a bunch of guides. But if you see the order that looks like that, or see the error that looks like that, the link for that solution is in this guide as well. So anyways, this video has gone on long enough. I appreciate you guys watching through it. Hopefully this helped you get connected with a trade copier. If you need more accounts, my link for Apex and Elite is in the description. If you used any of these links at all to help me out, I really appreciate it. It does really help, and it will allow me to continue doing things like this for you guys. So thank you very much, and we'll catch you in the next one.